Yo, what's poppin' everybody? This is Sabre54. Today, I'm finally gonna show you guys my version of Eternatus VMAX in Standard. This is a deck that I was interested in from the beginning when we got Darkness Ablaze. Of course, because it's the Mega Rayquaza deck, version number 2, you could say. So I was interested in it, and finally got the cards. Ideally, I would want a third Eternatus VMAX, but we can get by with 2. So I decided to finally show you guys the deck profile. So this is an all darkness deck, and that's necessary because of this guy's ability. In order to get that sort of Skyfield plus in the form of his ability, you need to have only darkness Pokemon. So we're gonna follow the rule and have a deck filled with only darkness Pokemon, but thankfully we have a lot of good choices to put in to get this guy's benefit. So obviously you want to get Eternatus VMAX out, activate its ability, and it synergizes with Dread End. 30 damage for each of your Darkness Pokemon in play. Since you can increase the Pokemon on your field with Eternal Zone, make it 8, just like the Skyfield. This guy can pretty much hit for 270 damage max for a full bench and no other add-ons. So pretty powerful. He's not quite gonna get the job on the VMAXs to get the 1-hit KO on them, but it's going to take care of pretty much everything else. And with the help of Zigzagoons, even bigger KOs are possible. And this guy is going to stick around when the V-Stars come into play, so he's going to be a pretty good Pokemon to kill them too. They're in that sort of a 280 range, you could say, so we should be able to get the job done. So pretty strong Pokemon. Very high HP too for a VMAX, 340. It's basically the best you can ask for. And it's just a phenomenal Pokemon. Fighting weakness can always be trouble, but the great thing about this card too is that it can easily kill off Mew VMAX and other Psychic Pokemon weak to darkness, just anything weak to darkness. That sort of deck is very popular right now, and darkness Pokemon that can kill it are also getting kind of popular. I mean, they are kind of popular as the counter to Mew. Okay, so we do 4 and 2 of the Eternatus line. I got this nice little secret rare over here, but this one should be more easily accessible. It has Power Accelerator, good little early attack if you have to open with it. Lets you get an energy acceleration, darkness energy acceleration, and you do damage too. It's from the hand, not the discard pile, but it's fine. And then Dynamax Cannon. This would be a solid attack if we had some sort of a Dark Box energy acceleration or something, because you can do 240 to VMAXs, but I mean, at the end of the day, we can do more damage with this guy just using 2 energy. So we're probably never going to use the second attack. So 4-2 line for your actual Pokemon, and then it's just going to be Darkness text to fill on the bench. Now the standard partner you find with Eternatus is Crobat V. We're going to max it out with Dark Acid. It is essentially like the Shaymin EX Rayquaza deck from back in the day. This is a bit more fair than Shaymin because you can't play all of them down, but it's still going to be pretty good. Gives the deck additional consistency, what makes it work. We can draw until we have 6, so built-in consistency while providing us Darkness Pokemon on the bench. And that's basically Crobat. You're probably going to open with it a lot of the times because you're running 4. But it's fine. It can stay there as a decoy, and as we prepare for, building this guy up. I mean, you probably don't want to open with it, but you probably will often enough. Okay. The next best Pokemon, and one that I would like to run 2, but I only have 1, is Galarian Moltres V. So this one is just so good, man. This Pokemon is so great. All of the combos that allows you to do. Darkness V Pokemon, Daraflame Wings, get a Darkness Energy every turn when we discard pile, attach it to this Pokemon. So we don't have Dark Patch and stuff like that in Standard, but with this guy and the energy switches, it's essentially going to be the same thing. I can get energies on this dude, and then with Energy Switch, use it as if it is a Dark Patch, and then put the energy on Eternatus, and we can power him up, quicker. 2 energies is cheap enough, but format is so fast these days, you need every help you can get. So being able to get them even faster is better, of course. So just do 1. If I had 2, I'd probably do 2 and then drop maybe a Zigzagoon. But since we don't, we max out the Zigzagoon. This is just a nice little small Pokemon. If you open with it as well, it's going to be a nice little decoy, only going to give one prize. There are not really many great opening Pokemon in this deck. It's just the nature of how it is. But this guy, you play it down, and you put a damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon, so it can help us with, setting up KOs for Eternatus VMAX. Get that little touch. Sometimes is necessary. So why not, since we got to play Darkness Pokemon down anyway. And then the last Pokemon is two of this normal Galarian Moltres. This is also a very good Pokemon. Malevolent Charge. When you play this down, you can put 2 Darkness Energies from your hand, attach it to this Pokemon. So like the old Darkrai Prism, I can't believe I'm saying it's old, but from Ultra Prism, that one. So we can get the effect, more times now since it's a regular card. And its attack is also quite good. Excellent revenge attack. Fiery Wrath, 3 Darkness Energies, but you're going to do 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. So if they've taken like 3 prizes, this guy can do 170, and it's just a normal Pokemon. So it's pretty hot. And any more than that, I mean, you can even get 1-hit KOs on Vs. So it's pretty good. Don't think it's unheard of for this guy to attack. I mean, if you play it down, you put 2 Darkness Energies with its ability already. You get the manual attachment, it's ready to go. So pretty good card. I mean, it sucks that we don't have things like Professor's Letter. Those are only in Expanded. It will make this card a lot better. But, we got to get by with Energy Search. But I definitely run that in this deck. So these are all the Pokemon. 17 Pokemon. Enough for you to fill your bench, have at least 8, get the max damage. And we have a bit of a recovery with Ordinary Rod if we need to recycle and get them back again. You could do something like, I think it's called Clara, or, yeah. But because we have a Crobat V, and you can get that ability draw, I guess, yeah, you could use that supporter, but I'd rather just use Ordinary Rod, and then I can just potentially draw the cards again. But anyway, talk about the trainer cards. Energy Surge, as I mentioned, I like to run 3 in this deck. It's basically going to be the only way to get basic energies in hand, so I definitely can get the manual attachment. We don't want to miss it for sure in this deck. Have something to discard with a Quick Ball, those old combos with Ultra Ball and Professor's Letter, that we can't do right now, but get Darkness Energies in your hand, discard them for Galarian Moltres, and have them for manual attachments. Plus, of course, get the maximum plus on Moltres. Get at least 1 or 2, and then when I play this guy down, I can get those energies. And this also works as a method to get Energy Acceleration, and then Energy Switch can put those energies on Eternatus on a different Pokemon. Energy Switch, do 3. Of course, you would like to run 4 and always want to use it when you have energies around to spare, but we got to remain consistent too. This card can't be dead if you can't, move energies. So 3 is okay. 2 might be too few, so I think 3 is the right number, and then hopefully it works out. And then I got a lot of searching balls too. You max out the Quick Ball, discard outlet, and get us Pokemon, and 1 level ball just for another outlet to get Zigzagoon. Why not? Fill our Pokemon on the bench for Eternatus VMAX. And I got more Pokemon searching with Adventurer's Discovery. This is a great new supporter, much needed in our format. You can get 3 of any Pokemon V, and this includes VMAXs too, since they count as V Pokemon. So it's great. I can use this to get Eternatus VMAX, so I only have 2 Incense. I mean, it's still a lot if you think about it. 2 Incense for just 2 targets. But we need to chase this guy out as soon as possible so we can get that plus and make sure he's out 100%. Especially because I only have 2 of these guys. I don't have 3. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we can just discard or not use these unnecessary cards. You can always just play it, not search anything, and then it's like you get an additional card with Crobat anyway. So, good stuff. Adventurer's Discovery, I do 3. Get all of our Vs early. Get Moltres, get Eternatus, a few of them, and then get your Crobat to play down and draw cards. So, multi-use supporter for sure. It's going to act like a drawing card too, thanks to Crobat. Alright, and then some other standard techs. The Poke Gear, Revealer Supporter, boost our consistency, of course, we want that. Double Switch, this guy has a huge ass retreat, and the little special energy, the hiding energy, isn't always going to do the trick. Plus, I don't want to run too many because it conflicts with our Moltres, both the Moltres. So, double switch, you never know when it's going to be handy with big retreat Pokemon like these. And, Moltres can be kind of big, this can be kind of big. You don't want to manually retreat, lose energies if you can help it. So that's the point. Even this guy, I mean, if he doesn't evolve and you have them on the bench, just so that you have that extra darkness Pokemon, he's got big retreat, they can get him stuck, he can't really do shit if he doesn't evolve. So double switch for sure. Stadium of choice is going to be the Dynatree Hill. I don't really have anything else that can benefit darkness Pokemon. I mean, if Chaotic Swell was still around, we'd probably run that, but we don't have it. And you want to have counter stadiums for Path to the Peak. It's going to fuck up your Crobat, and it's going to fuck up this guy too. Now, maybe, looking at it right now, I should find a way to put 3, but you don't want it to be dead too. You don't want to have extra stadiums. And, ideally you want to play this when your opponent plays a stadium. It's meant as a counter stadium. The healing shit doesn't matter too much. But I guess our opponent can't do it if they want to heal. So, Path to the Peak can't be a pain in the ass. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon that affects basically almost everybody in this deck. But this is our only way. We don't have Field Blower, and I'm not running Tool Scrapper either. That wouldn't be able to get rid of it anyway. But, hopefully we can get by with this. And, not everybody is running that card, as they use abilities too. So hopefully we get by. And I think this is all the item cards. Talked a bit, already mentioned Adventures Discovery, so the rest of the supporters will be standard. Max out the Marnie, and even going to go with the full art nice Shauna here. Just shuffle and draw 5. I mean, I guess it's going to be more consistent than Copycat. Copycat can be potentially stronger, but I guess this is more safe, you could say. Not too much risk. So if you're going to max out the Marnie and I wanted the additional 1, I guess we run it. Only 2 Professor's Research because I don't want to be discarding, my resources, even Pokemon that I can't play down yet. I can play them down when I evolve into the VMAX, so gotta be careful with Oak and the other discard, Juniper remakes. But at least 2 should be good enough. And we do the 1 Skyla 2, get me anything that I need. Probably usually going to be an energy switch or maybe even our stadium. So she's nice. Pretty good for sure. Even a switch, I guess, in the right moment. And then the boss's orders for us to win games too. We can't run shit like Eldegoss V in this deck. We can't run any other Pokemon because you're forced to do Old Darkness, but it kind of gives this guy a bit of a condition, you could say. Now, I don't want to say he's balanced, but it gives him at least some conditions. Alright. And he should be good right now. I don't think I see a lot of people using it, but he should be good, of course, against Mew because it's so popular. And even like Shadow Rider Calyrex, that sort of deck too. A lot of Pokemon being weak to darkness right now that are good. And that's basically it. Energies is just going to be 12. We do 2 hiding energies. This is a nice special energy that's going to give us free retreat. Also help with the retreating in this deck. But I don't want to do more than that because you want to have enough basic energies for Galarian Moltres and Galarian Moltres V. Get that plus. And energy search too, Gotta have that synergy. So 10 of them should be good enough. Using this nice silhouette darkness ones from Color Legends. I can't believe they're gonna go away with the new Pokemon TCG Live shit. It's a fucking bitch is what it is. I got these cards and I'm just gonna lose them. And thank God I never bothered to try and get more of them. All of them were just gonna go to hell. So it's a damn shame, but can't really do shit about it, I'm afraid. So this is the deck profile, guys. Building a deck like this, it seems easy, but there's a thin line between what cards, to put, the right numbers and shit, because you want this deck to flow well, be consistent, but also have your room for techs, have your room for, your supporter cards, your energy switches, Crobat. Since you can't play all of them down immediately, you got to have it in a way where, you're going to add this, you're going to draw cards, and then play the next one the next turn. Make sure you can draw cards once again. Don't have stuck cards in hand. So you kind of have to, I don't want to say be careful how you build it, but in a way, yeah, you kind of have to have a nice build, a solid build that can work. Otherwise, you're just going to be breaking. You're not going to really be able to take advantage of its strongest potential. Okay, so I think I'm rambling a lot of crazy shit right now, so we're going to call this a video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and of course, I plan to show you guys a lot of matches with this deck. Better believe it. So, thank you guys for watching. Stay Pro Final 4. What